Today, AMC was up in the pre-market, and that was really cool. However, it did lead to a downtrend right off the bat, and that is okay. I am still feeling bullish here. Let me go into the charts right now. This is my day trading chart, and you can see these trades I entered into, and the logic here was for the $18 call. I said on Friday that I would bet on that run, and so I just did. And then I thought that we'd see a nice bottom right here at around, what was that, $15, and we did not. The price needed to fall. And then we had this pennant form, and it was tilting downward, and typically when we have these pennants off of the open, the tilt indicates the opposite of the direction that the price will follow. And that was true here. Tilt was down, price went up, and this was good. This is an uptrend. I call it the accelerated trend because it's not the primary uptrend, but this trend did offer support and the price did move up, and this would have been the moment to buy calls, and I knew that, but I didn't care. I just entered the calls anyway. I mean, last week I was buying calls into the big red bars and it was fine, and that's just how strong this uptrend is. And so I think that as long as I get my foot in the door, it won't really matter. That eventually make money because this rally should be strong, and if it's not, then I'm gonna get wrecked, like absolutely wrecked, and I'm not really upset by that. That's okay with me, to be honest. It's a reality when you play as risky as I do, and I like to just share that and say, hey, if you are following me, you shouldn't follow my trades. Don't do that. I mean, you can, feel free to, but don't do it on my account. That's all you. You're responsible for you. So here's the pennant. You can see there was a little breakout, and that's okay. We started a downtrend, and this is actually very healthy and not at all concerning for me personally. And I'll explain why really quickly. I want to zoom out into the 50-minute chart and change my drawing set. Let's open the drawing board really quickly. I think I've already got drawn here. So there's going to be a word of warning here, but I am so far bullish. You can see that the price did push up and form a pennant and then push up higher. And now what we have is basically the exact same thing, where we've had a surge in volume and a consolidation pattern, and then a test of uptrending support, and then a push higher. And so I want to say this trend line is the most important one to watch. It's possible that tomorrow morning we're going to open and drop down to it, and everyone who bought calls during today is probably going to lose faith as the price bottoms below this uptrend, and then boom, it's probably going to explode higher and starts moving to the next level. Or we're going to see a run in after hours, and if there is a gap between today's close and tomorrow's open, I'm going to say that's a continuation gap, and then that would signal a big rally. I mean, volume was huge today. With as high as implied volatility is and with as high as volume is, that's really the only thing I need to say, hey, this thing is looking like it's ready to explode. So zooming out into the daily chart, you can see that volume was extremely high at around 106 million. We do have an increasing volume trend for almost, well, let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days now. Implied volatility dropping a little bit as the price retraces its steps back towards the close on Friday, but that is okay. The RSI is around 52. It's flat. It didn't drop. It can still continue to rise from here. I am still bullish on AMC right now, and really just the price. I do think that AMC needs to get its popcorn sales going and to get some revenues really positive before we can see the real price of AMC, but I don't think that's yet. I think short interest is super high. I think that the markets are going to go up, and I think that we're going to get some squeezing action here, just a little bit of squeezing action here. Don't get your hopes up too high, but I am pretty sure we're going to see the price move higher up to 18 this week. I'm going to pull up my daily chart drawings. I did have some corrections to make on some targets I have put up here in the past, and I'm going to zoom out just a hair so we can get a better look at the symmetrical triangle, which you're going to see in blue, and it does define an ugly double bottom, and the bottom's ugly because the two price levels of those bottoms are unequal. Now the price has closed above the intermediate peak between those two values, confirming the pattern, and I do think that we will see the target reach of 1751 this week, and I do think that we saw the symmetrical triangle target at 1635 met today at the open. So I was expecting some chop here. You can see that I wasn't expecting to happen in a gap up and in pre-market and then a dump during the day, but that's okay. This is just speeding up the process, in my opinion. I do think, though, that we are going to see a confirmation of the bullish hammer on the weekly timescale that we saw last week, and that will reach this target as well at 1813. So if this does continue to play out in the way that I see it, we're going to be testing these horizontal levels of support and resistance that were formed as the price came down. And you can see that this hammer target is just about at the same level where we had this right angle broadening formation. And once the price can close above there, boom, we're going to be pushing up much higher. I'm going to open up a trend line site that I've been following for a long time now. This downtrend starts at 72.62, and it stops the rally that ran up to $34. And what I'm expecting now is a test of that downtrend, because the downtrend that started at $34 has been broken successfully. And today's move to $16 does make that a clean 1, 2, 3 step trend reversal from down to up, from bearish to bullish. And this is why I'm getting excited. You can see that implied volatility is starting to climb, and it is going to go higher, I believe, still. And you never know when we're going to get those big rips in AMC like this one right here. I'm expecting a bar like that this week. Okay, so that was AMC. Where am I at? 5 minutes. I talked that fast. Let's go to GME. GME, you can see, also had a red day today. It's not that big of a deal. I have these chart drawings up for a smaller time frame, so I'm going to just zoom in, I guess. There we go. I'm back out. Yeah, this pennant's just bigger than that on AMC. Instead of having two little guys, this one's making a bigger, more impressive move up, I believe. Step 1, step 2, and step 3. Now, if we do get a half staff formation here, that is to say that the amplitude of the leg up is going to match the amplitude of the leg up and out of the pattern, then we're going to be reaching up towards $200 on GameStop. I think $200 on GameStop and $25-ish on AMC is probably a good place for these rallies to hit their highs and then consolidate and breathe, and we'll see if those rallies don't continue into some squeeze or not. It just depends. Now, on Friday, we had a whole bunch of open interest on calls that ran in the money, and it's possible that if those calls are exercised, those shares are going to be bought on the New York Stock Exchange, and delivery of those shares would have to occur on, I think it's tomorrow. So moving into Wednesday and Thursday, I think that we might see another big push higher, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I'm going to need at least one more day. If we can get a close above these consolidation patterns tomorrow, I think it's lights out. I'm going to open up SPY and IWM really quickly and just get a little rundown of what's going on there. And I think I want the daily charts pulled up here. Just to have a quick look. So currently I have my stock market crash theory drawn up here, and that's where we're going to see a double top at this uptrend that we've lost. But I don't want to focus on that, not right now. Right now I just want to focus on what I see presently, and that is a double bottom, which has confirmed, and now we have a consolidation. You can see the price. This is something of like an inside day. Volume is still light below the 30-period average, which makes me a little nervous. This means that this run, I believe, is more the alleviation of selling pressure than actually buying pressure. So I'm going to want to see a volume spike above that 30-period average to really confirm that the bulls are here, that this dip is being bought, and implied volatility continues to drop as the price retraces its steps from the most recent downtrend. I do think, though, that there is a nice level of horizontal support resistance here that will be respected, and we can look forward to the price moving higher. If SPY and IWM both push higher, I do think that GameStop and AMC will both follow. IWM looking very, very similar to SPY. You can see it's got an ugly double bottom just like AMC, and it is pushing higher. That pattern has confirmed, and it has yet to reach its target, which is up towards, well, $200. I'll have to recalculate the target, I'm sure. So overall, I'm feeling bullish. Today was really interesting because we had that gap up in the morning on AMC and then that big consolidation pattern. But I think that today was just the preparatory phase, or it's like, you know, catching your breath. Like what happened last week? Oh, it was a long weekend, and then oh my goodness, the price is all over the place, and then well, we didn't see bearish reversal today, did we? We didn't see bearish reversal today, and if we get upward breakouts tomorrow, bears are going to get wrecked, absolutely wrecked, and that could be what the buying power we need to see some more rallies. So the long and short of it is, I'm still feeling bullish, and I haven't seen Maverick yet. I planned on seeing it over the weekend, but I didn't because the theaters were full, so I'll be going later. And I mean, come on, if I'm the average guy and that's what I'm saying, that bodes really well for AMC. I do think, though, that once popcorn sales come out and once we see the revenues from those popcorn sales, that AMC will be able to pull a positive revenue for the quarter. So I'm thinking probably not. It's probably going to be next year where we see AMC's fundamentals start to turn around, and that's plenty of time for a squeeze to occur, for the price to plummet after the squeeze, and the price to normalize. And that's all I want to say about that right now. I'm going to wrap this up. If you are following me on Discord, that's fantastic. There's going to be a link in the description. Go ahead and join. You won't be able to comment or anything. I'm keeping a really tight wrap on how many people can actually post GIFs and images and whatnot. And there's a reason for that. I like to have a small community. It needs to be small enough that I can moderate. I mean, I'm just some dude. This is just me vlogging. Like, honestly, don't take my word for anything. Do your own research. You're responsible for your own trades. I'm responsible for my own trades, so why aren't you? Also, yeah, I think that's what I got. Okay, whew, these are too long. Happy trading.